My daddies keep talking shit about you doing this and doing that. Stop playing with me. That car. Get up. It's time for a night with New. Man, I stole my car. God damn. Hey, boy, like, what's going on with you? Like, still know I'm new. With her fingers deep off in her jeans. We had to yank my wig off and threw it across the room, y'all. I need your help. Stop all that running. So, yeah, you on the rest, y'all. Like, pick the fellas up. So, like a dog, I let him drive my car. God damn. It was tearing me up in front of my homegirl. I know that right. What's going on, everybody? It is your favorite new girl, Nueva, and you're tuned in to another episode of What? Nice with New, where it'll be all right by the end of the night. Oh, I know it's been a minute since y'all seen me. I would like to apologize, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. But I ain't gonna lie, I've been in a bit of a funk, a pickle, a little piece of a depressing state, if you will. I feel like I had kind of reached like a little creator's block. I'm not gonna lie. I really don't know what direction the channel is gonna go. I don't necessarily hear enough feedback from y'all to know if I'm moving in the right direction or not. Also, I did feel like the show was kind of starting to get a little too serious. When it came down to me speaking on certain topics and stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie, it started getting a little too heavy for me. When it got to the point to where like almost every episode that I was having, I was kind of crying and stuff like that. Although y'all never saw it, I was cutting that out. It still was starting to affect me mentally. And I don't want to be like that. Like I've told y'all, I want Nice New to pretty much be an ice cream cone after the ass whipping. Y'all don't need my help whipping on ass because listen, we all know what we living in. We all know the state of the world that we currently in. So, I really want you to be able to come over here, wind down, decompress, laugh, hee and ha. I do think that the show has progressed in a great way, but it could be so much bigger, so much greater, so much better. Still have no roster, still single, still 53. Still putting pops in the bag. Oh my God. We have not quite yet got monetized over here yet. I still need y'all help. I am so grateful, thankful, and appreciative for the views on the last episode. The last episode of Nice and New, episode 30. That video alone has 1.2K views. And claps for that. I'm so thankful, y'all. That is the highest viewed episode of Nice and New that I have to date. And because it's the last episode, I do know that I got a new wave of fans. A lot more people have learned about me that they didn't know, especially the people that had started meeting me, working or whatnot. I do know that a lot of y'all are probably from over there. So I would like to personally thank y'all so much for coming. I do appreciate all of my OG newbies as well as the new newbies too. So if you are a new newbie in the comments, do me a favor, put a 7 in the comments so that I can see you and be able to thank you personally. In order for me to get monetized over here, all I do need is 3,000 views. I have 1.2K on just that one video. So if we can continue with the views being like this for each episode from here on out, hey, I'm fine with it. And yes, 1K is small to some people, but 1K is a lot for me right now. And then after that, we could work on 5K views and 10 and 20 and 50 and 100. I actually had plans on going out tonight, but then I'm like, you know what? I ain't got nowhere to go for real. And I also have not came and updated y'all on Nice and New. So here I is. I decided to comb my hair, dust this mug a little piece or whatever. I do got a question. Did you miss me? Be honest about it. So I came across this post on IG. I'm going to read it to y'all. Girl named Tavoya said, I laid with a nigga on his deathbed for 33 days, stayed up from 2 to 3 o'clock in the morning, wiping tears, having praise breaks, speaking life into him while listening to gospel. I nurtured him back to full mobility within 4 months, just for him to tell the next bitch that he don't fuck with me. Jeesh, this is a cold world for real. Y'all be easy though. I am a woman that gave a lot, and this shit is hurtful. I don't care what nobody say or feel. These my feelings. Mind you, we in the ICU. I was away from my kids. My kids were at home with their nana. I missed multiple days from work, woke up 4 a.m., driving 2 to 3 hours from Texas to Louisiana, doctor's appointments, cooking daily, cleaning wounds, and all type of shit just for this motherfucker to be mad about the status instead of taking accountability, saying that I'm embarrassing him. But I was embarrassed when a female inboxing me showing me what the fuck you said about me. What do y'all get from that? I see stories like this happen so many times. And to be honest with you, I do feel like as a woman, a lot of us have been programmed to believe like we have to be down. We have to build with a nigga. We got to be loyal to somebody. It seems like far too many times whenever you do that, a man will always resent you for it, give you his ass to kiss, and show you how much you're a fool. It's sad, especially when you love somebody. You're doing the shit because you love them, but then you do it and then it turn around. It all end up being kind of like a slap in the face. Have there ever been a time where you gave your all for a person just to turn around and it backfire on you? I done told y'all many times I'm a recovering duck. I be having some conversations with some of my homegirls outside of these, and they be like, "Girl, you ain't no duck. You ain't never been a duck." Da, da, da. I do think it's levels to the pond. I might not have been knee deep in the pond per se. I most definitely had my toes in there. I had my whole foot in the pond. I most definitely used to be the type of girl that thought that if I speak life into a man, if I help put a man on, if I teach a man something, if I build him up, then he gonna appreciate me for that. He gonna love me because I'm a down ass girl, like da da. But they don't. I've moved men in my home. I've gave men places to stay. I fed niggas that didn't deserve to eat. I've helped niggas get jobs that really didn't want to work. You know what I'm trying to say? Like I've done little things like that, in my opinion, that classified me as being a duck. So what about y'all? Have there ever been a time where you were with a significant other and you overextended your arm just for them to turn around and give you their ass to kiss? I don't know if y'all was ever on these TikTok streets, but it was a boy that had a TBI, a traumatic brain injury, and he couldn't really talk no more. He couldn't walk. He had a girlfriend. He was in the hospital for a long period of time. The whole time she stood by his side while he was in the hospital. Then he got out of the hospital. His family didn't really want nothing to do with him. Then she took him. She brought him home to her. I think he was her baby daddy. They had a son together, I believe. And now he's walking. He's talking. He still kind of talks delayed. He kind of walks, funny or whatnot. But like he's very like. When it came down to like his ability to be able to have a quality of life, his quality has increased so much more over the course of the years. They were a viral couple on social media, just to find out that even since his TBI, that he had been cheating on her. He had been cheating on her, sleeping with other women and some more stuff like that. Like, do y'all know who I'm talking about? I cannot think of their name. I want to say that girl name is Lynn and his name is Jamal. Do y'all know who I'm talking about? Like, good nigga, right? Shit. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm a professional leaver. I don't think it's in me to be ride or die. I really don't. I want my forever person. I want somebody that I can call my own. I want to spend the rest of my life with somebody, but at the same time, have y'all heard about the man in Alabama that hired a lawyer just to find out that the lawyer had warrants too, and they both got locked up? An Alabama man thought he was walking into court with a legal representation. Instead, he walked out with a stalemate. The Alabama man stated that the lawyer that he hired to defend him ended up getting arrested on an outstanding warrant in the middle of the same situation. The two allegedly ended up going to jail together. Imagine hiring somebody to be the case just for them to catch one too. The streets are asking, if your lawyer get locked up with you, is that an attorney-client privilege or is that group booking? That is the crazy ass situation. I can't lie to y'all. I ain't never been through no foolishness like that before, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I remember I had gotten into some trouble at one time and I hired a lawyer. I paid him with my own money and stuff like that just to, this ain't funny, but my attorney ended up getting sick, had cancer, passed away. Didn't tell me nothing. Like, why you didn't tell me you were gonna die, fella? My case specifically was pending for like 10 years. I don't know if it had something to do with other factors or if it was solely about my attorney. But every time it was time for me to get ready to go to court, they just kept like pushing it back to next term. Every time I had to go to court, they were like, oh, you know what? Come back next term, come back next term, come back next term, come back next term. And that, that 6 months turned to a year turned to 5 year turned to 6. You get what I'm saying? Right when it was time to go back to court, they didn't notify me that it was going to be pushed to the next term. I'm trying to get in contact with my attorney because I didn't have no confidence in the situation. I don't know what type of defense you done built on my behalf, anything like that, because we haven't even been communicating with one another for real, for real. Every time I tried to, you were busy or whatever the case. You were like, don't worry about it. It got pushed back the next term. Anyway, we got time. We're going to meet. We're going to see each other soon. Y'all, tell me why I ended up calling my attorney's office. The receptionist answered the phone. I called. She picks up the phone. I didn't recognize her voice. So I'm like, hey, is this da-da-da's office? Law office? She was like, no, this is Duru's office. And then I was like, Okay, well, I'm sorry, I must got the wrong number then. Because I was looking for da da da. She was like, no, you got the right number. Lady, if I asked you when I first called, was that the law officer da da da, and you said no. Okay, she was like, Attorney da 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 has passed away. So they have divided a lot of his cases up between different attorneys and stuff like that. And so now we have your case. And I was like, oh my God, when did this happen? And at the time, he had passed away like 2 or 3 months prior to that date. So I was very upset about it because it was like, okay, if this is a situation that had to happen, how come I was never notified? Also, I'm extremely nervous at this point because it was a situation to where I really don't know this attorney at all. I don't know him. He don't know me. He's never seen me before or anything like that. We get to court just for him to see me and then realize, hold that thought.
Fuck you! And that love! Fuck it! I want it! Bye! Get the fuck on! I want a man, not a fucking boy! Why? Head ass nigga!
Why? Head ass nigga! Have you ever been in a situation where a man you with made you that mad? Golly. I can't say that I have. I'm gonna be real with you. Like I said, I'm a professional leaver. I don't be staying. Somebody in the comment section had said that he was working towards being the head rank of a cartel. She didn't want to hear that foolishness or whatever. Like she saw greater in him and wanted better for him, saw more in him, and he wants to do some foolishness like that. I'm not gonna lie. Like, as y'all can see, he's obviously somebody Latin. I'm not necessarily attracted to that. Have I boomed a thought with a couple of Puerto Ricans before? Yeah. But it's just like, that ain't really the highlight of my day for real, for real. I like black men. I love my men to be black. However, since we talking about black dude though, like I feel the same way about hood dudes though. To some of you ladies that are attracted to like dudes with the hood aesthetic, can you tell me why? Because it's a turn off to me, to be honest with you. I don't like it. When we talking about everybody from my archive, I've dated 2 hood dudes. Out of those 2 hood dudes, I feel like one of them were faking it. To be real with you, there's this one guy that I dated. We had been knowing each other since we were 13 years old. Fast forward, now we grown. We started booming and thumping a little bit or whatever. I developed feelings for him. To be fair, I always had feelings because I always had a crush on him since we were kids. It ended up being a thing. Okay, whatever, cool. Some time had went by, would be in contact, fall out of contact, those types of things. He would be in and out of jail, those types of things. He was affiliated, if you will. That shit just didn't appeal to my better nature, to be fair. Fast forward, I had all of a sudden just started thinking about him real heavily at one point, and I was like, you know what, I miss him. I've been thinking about him. I want to kind of, reach out. I hit him up. I got no response. I ended up finding out from a homegirl of mine that was messing with one of his homeboys that he was actually locked up. Come to find out, he got locked up over some politics, if y'all understand what I'm saying. And it's just like, I feel like at this age, at our big age, you're entirely too old to still really be out here being a crash out for a set. In my opinion, it just comes a time where once you get older, you should just know better in general. You should have learned different things, seen new things. You done had a child. You would think that once you had your daughter, you would slow your ass down. You would sit down somewhere. Like, you would think that once you done got locked up and once you done did bids in prison, that you'll slow down and you'll act right. But like, I just don't get it, especially once you reach a certain age. I also side eye people that reach a certain age, even if they did live a certain type of lifestyle, the ins and outs of it. And you still turn around and persuade young men, young boys into following those same footsteps. You let them be the runners. You let them be the crash out stuff instead of talking them out of it, instead of telling them something different, instead of showing them a different way, instead of telling them to learn from your mistakes. Why would you turn around and then push them down the same path that you went? I've never understood it, and I hate everything about it. And it's a turnoff to me. I'm not attracted to that personally. Now, a reformed hood dude, a dude that don't play, cause you could be a nigga that don't play, but that don't necessarily mean you a hood nigga.
You don't want
on me?
No.
Then why the fuck I keep coming round?
That's your dumb ass. Bitch, you begging.
Oh.
And you drunk.
And I'm finna stop coming?
That's your business.
And after today,
Okay.
we ain't gonna never do this again?
Never. Be friends.
I'm finna go to the Himalayas. And I'm finna leave and go up to the highest mountain.
I don't give a damn, but don't you be trying to...
No, don't give a damn.
No, I don't.
And I don't give a damn.
That's your damn business.
So what we feeling
You
like?
ain't finna run that.
So how
here
mean you
finna
feeling
run
about
over.
each other now?
You can get the fuck away from me. That's how
Oh,
we feel.
leave the house?
That's what you can
Well,
do.
carry on.
If you think for a second that man got up and went anywhere, you crazy. You could just tell by they bouncer and the dynamic of them that they done been together 30 years. Ass weeks. That man ain't going nowhere. That's so funny to me. Like them types of relationships, I'm not gonna lie, the last relationship that I was in, I could tell that was the type of dynamic that he wanted to have. He wanted to have a relationship where he could sit there and bounce with each other back and forth. I personally, I'm not gonna lie, I don't like stuff like that. I don't like stuff like that for myself. I like people to be nice and sweet to me. I don't want to be insulted. I don't want to be talked too crazy. I don't want to be threatened. I don't want to be any of those things. And then simultaneously telling me you love me and stuff too. No, you don't. If you do anything like that to me, it's gonna make me cry. And I feel like if you want me to cry, you don't love me, then that's me. I'm speaking solely for Nueva. I do feel like you kind of got to build up to that too. We done been together 60 years and like, you know, we both like, okay, whatever. You're not finna meet me yesterday and then we start pursuing each other and you already throwing out insults and talking to me crazy and foolish. I don't like that. I ain't strong enough for that.
What's up, big nasty looking bitch? You hear that? Bitch, you nasty looking hoe. I don't like that bitch ass. Bitch, I don't like you, hoe. Fuck off of me, hoe. You better go on. You better go on, bitch. You better go on, bitch. I ain't the one. I ain't the one either, hoe. I ain't scared of your black. I ain't scared of your motherfucking ass, bitch.
Both of y'all scary.
Better take it easy now with the octopus now. Cause you be washing it too much, you be having the shit tasting just like soap, man.
Man, I don't want to hear that bullshit. I'd rather have it tasting like soap than motherfucking sweat.
Man, not me. I'd rather have it tasting like sweat. That's sweat, that's natural. That's natural juices.
You a nasty motherfucker.
Those natural juices, man.
Clean.
I understand you like it clean. I know.
All that, but I like my shit clean, man.
Yeah, well, let me taste some natural juices, then you clean it. Shit.
Yeah, well,
It'll get clean.
You should have got
What the hell wrong with you?
I don't want to hear that shit.
I like the natural juices over that soap.
That's your ass.
He meant everything he damn said. Y'all can look at his fingers and tell that he be digging on the inside of an exhaust pipe. That's most definitely somebody's shade tree ass mechanic. When y'all washing y'all gym, y'all putting soap inside the gym, that don't irritate you? Men don't like that. I do think it's a thin line. The ones that want it musty, stinking, the type of folk that like you to be outside all day, working all night, and then come home and then they want to put their face straight off in you. I do think that's disgusting per se, but I know a lot of men who are like that. But at the same time, men love your pheromones. They love it. They love to smell your natural body. They love that. They want to be all up under your arm, in between your crevices. It does something to them. You masking it with lilac and coconut lime verbena. They not getting the full effect. She be intoxicating to them for real. Like he not wrong. A lot of he tickled me with the octopus. You got to take it easy with the octopus.
Take it easy now with the octopus now.
She got 8 pussies in there, boy. That shit crazy. I ain't never heard nobody say no shit like that. Do y'all have nicknames for y'all gym? Y'all obviously know that I say gym. Do y'all got like cute little words for twat? I've heard coochie. I heard pussy. I say gym. I've heard pocketbook, cootie cat.
Do it. I got you on record. I got you on record. I got you on record. I got you on record.
Get yourself on recording. You just throwing my shit up. Fuck you saying?
Okay.
Get yourself on recording, ho. Fuck off.
I'm gonna make sure you lose this bitch.
You think I give a fuck about this shit? I'm gonna show you all that. You do what you want.
If you break my window, you going to jail.
I don't give a fuck about no metro, ho. Do what you want.
If you break my window.
I don't know what they mad about, but they got so much other stuff they need to worry about. His equilibrium off. He can't even stay balanced. Also, cut the grass. I don't know what he said. It kind of looked like Florida to me a little bit. Is that the projects or something? Don't look like they got a front door. I can tell that that's a nigga that ain't got nothing. Because he trying to sit there and make sure you ain't got nothing. That lady probably worked hard for that car. You out there trying to bust her window out with a microwave. You came out there with the plate first. Threw the plate, lost all your balance. Goof ass. Now you out there trying to throw a whole microwave at my... Alright. Put them in a bag. Oh my God. I know a cookie monster when I see one.
Where you been, motherfucker? Huh?
Yeah, I ain't been nowhere.
Did you do anything?
To the stuff.
Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
What?
Don't move. Just sit right there.
What, Brandon?
Where you been?
I ain't been nowhere.
I'm talking where you been now.
To the store.
Put in the gun. You tell you been gone a long time.
I've been to the store.
Put the shirt off. Where you been?
Talking to the store. What? You doing?
Put your hands off. Drop.
Come on, brother. You don't think that's more than enough? Evidently, you don't smell the woman on it, man. But Levi must have got a history of cheating, man.
Where you been?
Straight to the store.
Go to the back of the room. I got something for you.
What?
Go back around.
That's hilarious, but at the same time, it's sad. And it's sad for two reasons. I don't want nobody that bad. You finna tell him tender because he been out there stepping out. Obviously, he terrified of you to a certain degree. He knew he was finna get towed up. But he keep going and doing whatever it is that he doing too, though. I don't know. I just ain't never been that type. And mind you, I'm not judging now one of them. Because sometimes you don't know what you'll do until you in them types of situations. I done been a duck a couple of times. My first relationship, the first boyfriend I ever had, he wouldn't have had a baby on me. Once the baby get here, we'll see if it's yours and we'll go from there. I was going to stick by him. Duck. I loved him though. I wanted to be there. There was another situation where I found that I was being cheated on. And I told him like, hey, I know what you're doing. I don't like it. I wanted to stop. I said that because I still loved him. I wanted to stay. As you see, I'm single, solo dolo. It'll never be that serious for me. He said that he ran to the store. That man ain't got a bag item in his hand. That man ain't went and did nothing. She finna go tear your ass up with that goddamn bag and you came home. I feel like that them her car key too though. Well, I would have turned back around and got on in my car and went on somewhere else.
You on my shit too whenever you drop my sign off of my mom.
Okay.
Yeah, don't think none of this shit sweet. I'm dead ass. I'm dead ass.
So we done?
Yeah. And your child support, all that shit. You want to put me on child support, all that. And while you recording me, I want this video recording to get me clear as day. And I'm in my right mind. I will kill you and my son, anybody, since you put me on child support. Don't come near me.
Okay.
And y'all will have y'all money and shit.
Okay.
Bye. You don't give a fuck. All you do is fuck other men.
Bro, can I go fool?
Yes. Don't have fun with your other men.
I'm not the type of person that condones like keeping a child away from their daddy and stuff. But if your response to me putting you on child support is that you gonna kill me and the baby, I'm getting sole custody of this child and you'll never see us ever again. I don't even want the child support no more. The way I'll be right back up there at the court to report this, I don't take threats lightly in any context, no way, no shape, no form or fashion. I was dating somebody one time and we got into an argument. He told me to get out. I left. Somebody tell me they're going to beat my ass. Come on, let's see. I'm not finna be like, you're not going to hit me. Somebody tell me that they're going to kill me. I believe you. I take their word for stuff like that. I don't take nothing like that lightly. I don't care how much of a crash out you think you is, please, you would never see me or my child again because at this point, it's about my safety and the safety of the baby. I'm scared because obviously you got put on child support for a reason. Y'all got to stop looking at child support like it's a punishment. You got put on child support. Obviously, it's because you're not doing what you should be doing as a parent. This really ain't even about child support for him either because the whole thing, he said something about child support and he said something about because all you want to do is go fuck other niggas. You just want to go fuck other niggas. Yeah, go on and go fuck them niggas. What that got to do with these? That ain't got nothing to do with none of these. If we're not together no more, and a lot of the time the reason why you don't be together and stuff because you was out there being a mess. I finally came to my senses after the baby. I got to stop acting like y'all be model niggas most time because most time y'all don't. All right, everybody. Now it's time to be honest. What is the worst lie that you've heard from a man? Answer that question in the comment section. I actually already have some answers to this. These are not my own answers. These are answers from other ladies. I will always remember a guy on here who said he had 2 toothbrushes. One was for his top row of teeth and the other one was for his bottom row. He told me that he wasn't with a friend of mine that was always kicking in with him. He was drunk and he called me randomly one night swearing that he wasn't with her, but he didn't realize that he called me from the girl's phone. I found tampons in his bathroom. I don't and have never used tampons, but I always told him how much I hated them. His explanation is I bought them because I like to soak them up and use them to wipe the sink off. He told me that he didn't answer the door when I came to drop our child off for his weekend because he read a book on self-hypnosis and put himself in a fugue state for 3 days. Be for real. I found heels under his bed and he told me that he used them to fix the light bulb. He had a basketball game and I was at his house doing his laundry. A condom fell out of his pant pocket and he told me that my homie was using my pants and he left them in there. I dated a man who faked a heart disease and had heart surgery and came to my house 2 days after his open heart surgery with some store-bought band-aids lined up vertically on his chest. Wait a minute. That is a different level of insane and crazy. Had you... What did you benefit from that? Like, why do you think that couldn't have been for no... What? I found scratches on his back and he told me that he'd be using a wire hanger to scratch his hard to reach areas. That's the final one, y'all. My ex told me that he was diagnosed with cervical cancer and he had 30 days to live. I don't condone domestic violence, but if I was with a man and he told me he had cervical cancer and had 30 days to live, the way I would have tore him tender. Now it's time for what had happened. If you have a what had happened story, be sure to email me at nightswithnue@gmail.com. That's NIGHTSWITHNUE@gmail.com. Keep the email short, sweet, to the point. 2 paragraphs is enough so that it can be featured on the next show. I was in my early 20s. I might have been 21 or 22 years old. I had my own house, but he lived with his dad. I was a waitress at a restaurant. He worked in the chicken plant. We started talking to each other, going back and forth with each other. Okay, boom, boom, boom. I told him my teeth from the jump. He was like, he didn't care. I wasn't too comfortable yet, per se. It took him 6 months of breaking me down for me to finally be like, yeah, okay, you know what? I like you too. Let's see where things go. Da, da, da. The minute that we had established that we were going to be in a relationship with each other, I wanted to always be around him. I always dated intentionally. I never was the type to just have casual encounters with people. So anytime I got into a situation with a person, in my mind, I always was like, this is going to be my husband. With that logic, I always thought that it was beneficial to me to build a nigga. I had a house. I had a couple of cars. I was a waitress at a restaurant, but I also owned a hair salon. I forgot to mention it at the time. He was living with his daddy. He told me that him and his daddy was into it all the time. He also was having an issue at the meat plant. Showed me his hands. His fingers were frostbitten. I'm Captain Save a nigga. So I'm like, don't worry about that, baby boy. You can come stay with me. I actually got connections at my job. 9 times out of 10, just off my word alone, you'll be able to work here. You know, come on here, da da da. We're going to build a life. We're going to be happy, merrily. So that's pretty much exactly what he did. He moved in with me, got him a job at the restaurant that I was working at. He started working there as a cook. Where the dynamic and stuff changed was this. I'm a new girl. I'm the only new girl in the city. I'm a new girl in the city. You a dude popping out with me. Folks don't know you. So because they don't know you, they think you don't know me. Every time we went somewhere, every time we were going places, people wouldn't leave him alone. And what I mean by that is people used to always tap him on his shoulders, whispering in his ear, letting them know, like, hey, you know that's a new girl, right? You know that ain't what you, hey, don't be fooled. Don't be shocked. Don't be fooled. That ain't what you think it is. That ain't what you think it is. A lot of people were doing stuff like that. I could tell it was starting to affect him. Stuff had got bad. Like, it had got to the point to where he would be outside sometime, like on the porch, and girls would ride by, and you know that's a nigga, like, you know where that nigga at, that's man, you know, just foolishness. It wasn't just ladies that were doing it to us, like it was girls and guys and stuff. As a result of that, he started becoming distant, and he also started going out often because he ended up losing the job. Every weekend, he decided he was going to go visit his house. So we stayed like 45 minutes away from each other. So he would go home every weekend. But then every time he would get home, I don't hear from him. I don't get a call from him or text from him or anything like that. Then he would come back home like when nothing, like everything was fine. But then he had got to the point where he started all of a sudden saying he's sick, he got a cold. Well, because I'm sick, I don't want to get you sick, baby. So I'm gonna go sleep on the couch. You could lay in the bed by yourself. Hey, don't kiss me. You know I got a cold. Was little stuff like that. And I just wasn't buying it. He really not fucking with me no more for real. He really started getting more distant. Every weekend he was going somewhere. I wasn't hearing from him. Finally, one day he came home. He was like, Nunu, I got something I need to tell you. Huh? And I'm like, what? Now, this is where the dumb lie came in play. He told me that it was a possibility that he could have a baby on the way. I'm like, okay, we've been dating for a year. Prior to that year, we were talking for 6 months. Between 1.5 years, how did this baby come about? He told me that one of the weekends he was gone, him and his homeboys was at a party, and they ran a train on this young lady, him and a homeboy. Both of them bounced on her back with no protection, and now she's pregnant. And it's a possibility that it could be either his or his homeboys for that reason. What? Of course I was devastated because like, you cheated on me. You've been out here disappearing, being gone for days at a time. You done lost your job. You need to be out here trying to find another job. You need to be trying to work. You need to be trying to do what you need to do to make me happy. And you out here bouncing on backs with your homeboys. First of all, that is irresponsible, negligent. You running trains with no hats on. What? Eat yuck, boy. Now it's a possibility that you got a baby on the way. But because I was a duck, wanted a man so bad, wanted him, I was like, okay, I'm hurt. I hate that you cheated on me. And I hate that you put my life at risk also by going out there jamming with somebody unprotectedly. But it is what it is. It's been done. At this point, the only thing that we can do is wait the 9 months and then, get the test. He was like, yeah, I'm sorry. I love you. Da 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 da. He was already cold on me anyway. It just got even more cold. Let me backtrack real quick. The whole 6 months prior, before I accepted the girlfriend proposal, I was wanting to make sure that that was something that he could handle, would handle, and wanted to deal with. Hey, I know I'm a woman. You understand that I'm a woman. There's other people around here who don't see that. There's other people around here who don't understand it. People are going to say you're gay. People are going to say this. People are going to do this. People are going to do that. Also, I'm extremely early in my transition. Don't have these things, and I do have these things at this moment. It is something that I'm working on. However, I'm early into my walk in womanhood. Is that something that you're okay with? Is that something that you can handle? Da 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 da. All of that, yeah, I know that it's okay. You're beautiful. I want you. I don't give a damn about that. I'm a grown ass man. I don't care what nobody says. All it's saying, all of the things. It could have very much so been a situation where he really had just wanted to come and have an encounter and go on about his day, and he just said what he needed to say to get it. It could have been that. It could have been a situation where it sounded good in theory, but then in practice, he realized that, hey, I couldn't do it. I don't know. I don't even give a damn. Fast back forward to 1.5 years later, we laying in the bed together. He was like, Nunu, I need to talk to you. And I'm like, what's up? He was like, I thought that I could handle it, but I can't. I really can't handle being with a new girl. I can't deal with it with you. Like, I actually love everything about you, but I hate this or whatever. I was like, okay. And he was like, for one, you don't have a gym. I can't deal with it. I miss the gym. And he brought up the baby again. So then he was like, yeah, also, I potentially got a baby on the way. Well, he didn't say potentially. He was like, I got a baby on the way. I would never want to be to a child where my daddy was to me. I hated the fact that my daddy left my mama alone to raise me by herself and stuff like that. I deserve to have lived in a 2-parent household, da 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 da. So with that being said, I'm going to go be with the mama of the baby. And I'm just like, okay, for all of that, everything else you said was some foolishness again, because I do feel like that whole train story was a lie. I do feel like that the girl was just a girl that you were dealing with on your own, a girl that you cheated on me with on your own, a girl that you was dating outside of me. So 9 times out of 10, now you got feelings for this girl, which is whatever. and y'all got a baby together. I don't think the whole situation with the train and the homeboy thing ever actually happened at all. You were just trying to say something to try to smooth it over. Matter of fact, he didn't tell me that he wanted to be with her. He was like, that's what he felt like, that's what he needed to do. If she's pregnant with my baby, I need to be with her, only because I don't want to bring a child in the world without two parents. That's how he's thinking to me. He ended up leaving one day. He was gone for like 4 days. I text him because I had been calling him. He wasn't answering. I text him and I'm like, hey, you know what? Wherever you at, stay there. When you do come back to gather your things and take it right on back to wherever it was that you at right now. He replied and was like, all right, bet. Couple of days go by. Him and his brother came. They got his stuff. I didn't hear from him no more until like a year later. Backtrack. When he left or whatever, of course, I cried. I took it hard. I missed him. I hated that it didn't work out. I didn't really want to be with nobody but him. I ended up getting a check in the mail that was belonged to him. I called him like, hey, you got some money over here. You know, what you want me to do? You coming to get it or you want me to mail it to you? Whatever. He was like, I'll come pick it up. I'm not going to lie, y'all. I didn't feel nothing. All of the love I thought I had for him, you know, all of the missing him I thought I had, all of that was gone. All of that was out the window. I felt nothing for him. He bounced on my back or whatever what it was. I had to go to work the next morning. I ain't gonna lie, I gave me a little check. I got up the next morning, left him in the bed and everything. Went to work. I told him, hey, when you get ready to leave, lock my door. When I got off of work, he was gone. And I hadn't heard from him no more since then. Until last year. He reached out to me. This week's new vibe will start off with El Mean. Why? Y'all, I love El Mean. I can't even lie. Every song of his that I've heard, and I've been aware of him for maybe a couple of months, everything sounds like smooth, crisp butter. Like, y'all got to check him out. I'm pretty sure you'll like everything about him as well. Number 2 is going to be Wild Ride by Duran Bernard and James Fauntleroy. Y'all already know I love Duran Bernard. I love everything he got too. Just like El Mean, I feel like Duran can do no wrong in my eyes. He could sing the phone book to me. Number 3 is going to be Tu Sonrisa by Elvis Crespo. That might be something a little different for y'all, but don't sleep on it. Go check it out. And then last but not least, Masterpiece by Salt. Once y'all check the songs out, come back and let me know which ones you did like and what are playlist worthy for you. That's all I have for y'all tonight. I really do appreciate y'all for tuning in. And just know you are loved, you are beautiful, you are resilient, and you are strong. A night.